It's cocaine and coke. That was a cocaine ball. Sorry about that. But anyways, I am here with the philosopher, Damien The Sexy Homeless, in the city, recording this live for you in the city. It's about 12 o'clock, and...
Yep.
Well, what time is it? I got a fart.
It's 11:45.
And it's 11:45, and we're gonna get into a debate now. Starting time now. Go.
Jesus. So this whole debate is about whether or not they still put cocaine in their coke. So I guess.
And I just love how you can hear the city sounds. Y'all tune into the city sounds in the background. Not my fart, because I'm gonna fart pretty soon. Anyways, we're in the environment. That's all I'm trying to say. Go ahead.
So basically, the whole question to be answered is no, they don't. But then they still kind of do, because back in the day they actually used cocaine powder, which they're not allowed to do anymore for like safety hazards or whatever the reason they gave.
So wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that they don't use the cocaine powder anymore? They use cocaine plant.
They're not allowed to actually make the cocaine into a powder.
You think an ingredient from cocaine plant?
They're like the only company that I know of right now that's still allowed to bring cocaine or coca plants from the border to them or to the factory or whatever.
But that was back in the days.
Back in the day, they're allowed to make it. They're not allowed to make it anymore. So as long as they're only using the plant leaves, the coca leaves, it's not the same thing as using the ingredients to make cocaine.
Yeah.
So for instance, the only way that I can currently think of is like an extract off the coca leaves, which would make a syrup, and that would still have some kind of a weird effect. But at the same time, though, I wouldn't put it past them, considering that we've done multiple, whether it was in school or just on the internet. You could look up YouTube, and when they test, like put a car battery and soak it in Coca-Cola.
Speak towards the mic.
When they soak a car battery in the Coca-Cola,
it cleans everything out. And
it's
a penny and all that.
It's an acid that literally eats the car battery. So
yeah.
Whatever.
Ketchup does that too.
Whatever they're putting in
ketchup does that to
in their
pennies.
Coke, it's obviously not that. Whatever they're doing in it, it's obviously not that healthy for us. But
I don't believe they have it has cocaine in it.
No, not cocaine, but coca leaves. Yeah.
It don't got coca leaves in it, man.
To make the actual cocaine is still illegal, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Considering blue whale fuck.
Considering that they won't tell us their ingredients, it's always been kept a secret for the longest time. And of course, they don't want everybody to know. But if Coke is so, addictive and so, it's basically top.
You have internet on your phone?
Coke, yeah, but Coke and Pepsi are basically.
Right now.
Well, yeah, we already tried that one time, and it came up as a secret ingredient. They wouldn't tell us.
Oh, okay, so
remember?
It's a secret ingredient.
Basically.
They're not going to tell us, but
when Coke and Pepsi are the two top brands, and Coke is still technically higher than Pepsi.
So what do you think? The government has like a deal with them?
The government has been known in the past, no matter what it is, if it makes them money, they're going to keep doing it. They don't really care about the people like they should.
Illuminati. Coke is Illuminati, man.
If it's so addictive, then why wouldn't they just sell more of it?
No, because as you can taste, it's quality. These are old ads.
It's just like, darker colored sodas is not as good anyway.
I think this is after the cocaine age. I think it was cocaine before this period.
Well,
right?
I forgot. I think it was the 70s. I think it was when they started.
This is the 70s.
When they started doing major drugs because of all the hippies and stuff like that. When they first became an actual thing, right? Like when. Like AIDS and certain diseases actually became noted.
Yeah.
It was in the same time period as drugs and all that were real popular as well. So, of course, Coca-Cola was like, yeah, we're a bunch of hippies, who working for our own company here, and let's just make, give them what they want. Put cocaine in our I don't know. It sounds kind of original, pretty cool at first, But then of course as the U.S. grew, there were certain things that had to drop, of course, for obvious reasons, but. I wouldn't say that they would have stopped completely, because that would make them kind of an idiot, to stop something that's so popular in demand, and probably always will be. So, I guess Coca leaves is probably about its limit. I think anything past that would probably have them shut down. My opinion, I think so.
No, but you think there's cocaine, you said there's like the secret ingredient has...
Well, whether or not they stopped, why would they tell us in the first place? Why would they? They're so popular.
I mean, but I don't taste cocaine. You don't get buzzed off of it.
But it's not a cocaine powder. It's a coca leaf extract. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, coca bean.
But it doesn't...
Coffee. You know what I mean? It's also coffee. So at the same time,
what
though...
What about Pepsi? Pepsi tastes just like Coke. They don't
yeah,
have fucking...
but they add more sugar than anything else. That's why their powder... I mean, their syrup is so thick.
That's why it's called Pepsi.
It's so thick.
That's the Peps.
The Pepsi syrup uses more sugar. And that's why the syrup is thicker and sweeter towards the end. Like, you know, especially after it sits and it gets flat, you can taste it even more. And Coke is not very sweet. It's more of a like a.
What about Dr. Pepper and all of that shit? It's fucking. They don't have.
Yeah, but if you notice though,
heroin extract.
Coke,
that's
though,
why it's brown.
Coke though has the like thickest syrup though. I mean, and Pepsi has a thicker syrup, but it's not like the same though as Coke. Coke has its own texture in their syrup that none of these other soda companies have compared to. And it's like, I know that because I'll drink a Coke on the occasion if somebody gives it to me, but I don't like to buy it personally. I can, same thing with sodas. Like, as far as sodas, I'll buy a root beer, I'll buy a Dr. Pepper or a Pib. But most of these darks...
What is that? What? That's
Pib is basically a...
The fuck is a Pib, man?
It's basically...
I don't know about no Pib. Mike, you don't know nothing about no Pib?
It's the same thing as like a Dr.
Man,
Pepper.
fuck Pib!
Or like a root beer, you know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing. It's just like a sweeter Dr. Pepper, kind of.
That's for country stars, man.
But what I'm saying,
you know I'm a rock star. I don't play around with that.
Is that when I've drunken these other sodas,
I don't fuck around with no goddamn A and W.
They don't taste.
That's for W. Bush.
Like, they don't taste as bad though, and as nasty as Coke does. So there's a especially bad taste, and then it lingers. You know what I mean? It's way worse than anything. Pepsi and Coke have two of the worst tasting syrups ever.
You said Pepsi and Coke.
Pepsi and Coke, but Coke has an awkward aftertaste.
Coke there's Coke that comes from butts.
It's just that Coke has the weirdest, disgusting aftertaste that comes after it. Pepsi has it too, but not nearly as bad. Coke has some of the worst aftertaste ever. And that's why when it comes to sodas, I can't stand it.
What'd you say?
I said as far as sodas go, Coke and Pepsi are like my two disliked ever. I mean, honestly, like if I had to pick, I prefer cherry probably, but otherwise I try to stick away. Lighter sodas are better anyways. But honestly, though, how many companies have you heard of so far that...
So why would they put... Hold on, but why would they put, to stay on topic, not to interrupt
That's fine, it's fine.
Patty. No, but what made them want to put fucking cocaine in the drink?
Well, that's what I was saying before,
to make them addicted, right, to it?
Well, not that per se. If you think about it, as I was saying before, back when the hippies were a thing,
Good question, Mike. Pat on my back for that.
Back when the hippies, you know, and they were doing a bunch of drugs, and drugs were the number one thing besides sex, you know, back when unprotected sex and all that stuff was a thing, and diseases were still being figured out, and not so many cures were out. You know what I mean? That was a thing. So who's to say that back then they go, well, everybody loves drugs, so let's do what they do. You know what I mean? It's basically them adapting.
They go, huh? I'm Elvis in her blue county.
It's them basically adapting. You know?
How you doing, little baby?
You want
a Coke? You want a Coke with me, little baby?
You know, if you actually think about it, though, they're actually being smart. Though it's them adapting to the new age of that time. So them putting cocaine in their drink was pretty smart for that time period. They were just being smart and adapting and trying to beat the competitors, and nobody would have the balls to do that even in that time period. But as I said, as the U.S. grew and became more understanding, they had to quit the cocaine. But the extract...
You're such a smart man. I am.
It's the same thing as drinking coffee. You know what I mean? Coca beans, coca plant. It's not the same thing as making a powder cocaine. It's not as bad for you, but it's still addicting, and it's still not the greatest for you. I mean...
But why did they use it? They used it to fucking addict people to get them all into zombies, man. But they're trying to turn us into zombies, man, at first.
Maybe.
But the root of everything is to turn us into zombies.
But it was also to sell as much as possible.
Sex, prostitution, computers,
beer, weed,
self-driving cars, skinny jeans, Crocs,
Mike,
$200 headphones.